If you thought it was too late to start a vegetable garden this year, or if you only have a balcony, a patio, or a few pots lying around, stick with me for the next 25 minutes because I am about to show you 15 container vegetables you can plant right now that will explode into a massive harvest by August. No fancy backyard needed, no huge budget, just some containers, some soil, and a little bit of patience. Let's get straight into it. Container gardening is basically growing plants in pots, buckets, grow bags, or any container instead of planting directly into the ground. This method became popular because not everyone has access to a big backyard or fertile soil, especially people living in apartments, cities. The idea originated from ancient times when people grew herbs and small plants in clay pots for practical and decorative purposes. But it has exploded in popularity over the last few decades because of urban living and the desire for fresh homegrown food. Today it is produced simply by choosing the right size container, filling it with good quality potting mix, and planting vegetables that thrive in confined spaces. It is important because it gives anyone, regardless of space, the ability to grow their own healthy, chemical-free food, save money on groceries, and enjoy the therapeutic benefits of gardening. Number 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are probably the most popular container vegetable in the world, and for good reason. They originated in South America, particularly in the Andes region, and were later cultivated by the Aztecs in Mexico before spreading to Europe and the rest of the world through Spanish explorers. Tomatoes love warm weather, so planting them now means you will get a beautiful harvest by August. Choose a container that is at least 5 gallons, use a cage or stake for support, and give them at least 6 hours of sunlight daily. Tomatoes are packed with vitamin C, potassium, and the antioxidant lycopene, which is great for heart health. A common misconception is that tomatoes need a huge garden bed, but compact and determinate varieties do wonderfully in pots. Just watch out for blossom end rot, which happens due to inconsistent watering and calcium deficiency. Number 2. Peppers. Both sweet bell peppers and spicy hot pepper. Peppers originated in Central and South America and have been cultivated for thousands of years by indigenous peoples before Christopher Columbus brought them to Europe. Peppers thrive in containers because their root systems are relatively compact. They need warm soil and full sun, making them perfect for a summer harvest. Peppers are loaded with vitamin C, even more than oranges in some cases, and they add incredible flavor and color to any dish. Many people think peppers are hard to grow, but honestly, they are quite forgiving as long as you don't overwater them. Number 3. Cucumbers. Cucumbers originated in India over 3,000 years ago and later spread to Europe and beyond through ancient trade routes. They are technically a fruit, but are used as a vegetable in cooking. For containers, look for bush or compact varieties since vining cucumbers need trellising support. Cucumbers are extremely hydrating, made up of about 95% water, and they are great for skin health and digestion. A common mistake people make is not providing enough support, causing the vines to sprawl and take over the space, so a simple trellis works wonders. Number 4. Zucchini and summer squash. These vegetables originated in Central America and were a staple food for indigenous Americans long before European contact. Zucchini grows incredibly fast and can produce a massive harvest from just 1 or 2 plants, which is why gardeners often joke about having too much zucchini by the end of summer. It needs a large container, at least 10 gallons, because of its sprawling growth habit. Zucchini is low in calories, high in fiber, and contains good amounts of vitamin A and potassium. Many beginners underestimate how much space zucchini needs, so give it room to breathe. Number 5. Eggplant. Eggplant, also called aubergine in many parts of the world, originated in India and China, where it has been cultivated for thousands of years. It loves heat just like tomatoes and peppers, making it perfect for a summer container garden. Eggplant is rich in fiber, antioxidants, and nicotine, a compound found in the skin that protects brain cells. It needs a sturdy container since the plant can get top-heavy, so staking helps prevent it from tipping over. Number 6. Green beans, specifically bush bean varieties, which are ideal for containers since they don't need climbing support like pole beans. Beans originated in Central and South America and have been a dietary staple for thousands of years across many cultures. They are incredibly easy to grow, mature quickly within 50 to 60 days, and are packed with protein, fiber, and folate, making them a fantastic plant-based protein source. A common myth is that beans deplete soil nutrients, but actually beans fix nitrogen in the soil, which is beneficial for future plantings. Number 7, radishes. Radishes originated in Southeast Asia and China and have been cultivated for thousands of years, spreading throughout Europe and Egypt in ancient times. They are one of the fastest growing vegetables, often ready to harvest in just 3 to 4 weeks, making them perfect if you want quick results before your August harvest goals. Radishes are low in calories, high in vitamin C, and add a peppery crunch to salads. They need a shallow but wide container since their roots don't grow very deep. Number 8, carrots. Carrots originated in Persia, which is modern-day Iran and Afghanistan, and the original carrots were actually purple or yellow, not orange. Orange carrots were developed later in the Netherlands. For containers, choose a deep pot, at least 12 inches, and pick shorter varieties if your container isn't very deep. Carrots are famous for their beta-carotene content, which the body converts into vitamin A, essential for eye health. A common misconception is that carrots need loose, rock-free soil, which is true, so make sure your potting mix is fine and well draining. Number 9, lettuce and other leafy salad greens. Lettuce originated in the Mediterranean region in ancient Egypt, where it was originally grown for its oil-rich seeds before becoming popular as a leafy vegetable. Lettuce grows quickly, tolerates partial shade better than most vegetables on this list, and can be harvested multiple times if you pick the outer leaves and let the center continue growing. It is extremely low in calories and a good source of vitamin K and folate. Many people think lettuce can't handle summer heat, and while it prefers cooler temperatures, keeping it partially shaded in containers helps it survive through August. Number 10, spinach. Spinach originated in ancient Persia and made its way to China, then Europe, becoming a beloved leafy green worldwide. It is packed with iron, vitamin K, and antioxidants, earning its reputation as a superfood. Spinach grows well in containers with consistent moisture and partial sun, especially in hotter months. A common mistake is planting spinach in full, intense summer sun, which can cause it to bolt, meaning it flowers and turns bitter prematurely. So some afternoon shade helps a lot. Number 11, okra. Okra originated in Africa, particularly around Ethiopia, and has been a staple in African, Middle Eastern, and Southern American cuisines for centuries. It thrives in hot weather, making it an ideal choice for a container garden planted now for an August harvest. Okra is rich in fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants, and it is often used to naturally thicken soups and stews because of its mucilaginous texture. A common misconception is that okra is difficult to grow, but it is actually quite heat tolerant and low maintenance once established. Number 12, bush cucumbers and summer squash combined with herbs like basil, which brings us to the importance of companion planting in containers, but let's focus on basil itself as number 12. Basil originated in India and Southeast Asia and has been used for over 5,000 years in cooking and traditional medicine. It grows beautifully alongside tomatoes and peppers, both in the ground and in containers, and it actually helps repel certain pests. Basil is rich in essential oils that have anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. Many people don't realize that pinching off the flower buds regularly keeps the plant producing more leaves for a longer harvest season. Number 13, Swiss chard. Swiss chard originated in the Mediterranean region and is actually part of the beet family, though it is grown for its leaves rather than its root. It is incredibly heat tolerant compared to spinach and lettuce, making it a reliable choice for a summer container garden that will still be thriving in August. Chard is loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, along with magnesium and potassium. A common misconception is that chard tastes bitter, but when harvested young and cooked properly, it has a mild, earthy flavor similar to spinach. Number 14, bush peas. Though these are typically an earlier season crop, planting a summer variety or succession planting now can still give you an August harvest in cooler climates. Peas originated in the Mediterranean and Near East region and have been cultivated for over 10,000 years, making them one of the oldest cultivated vegetables in human history. They are an excellent source of plant-based protein and fiber. A common myth is that peas can't grow in containers, but dwarf and bush varieties do very well in pots with a small trellis for support. Number 15, sweet potatoes. As sweet potatoes originated in Central and South America and have been cultivated for over 5,000 years, later spreading throughout the world through trade and exploration. They love heat and a long growing season, which makes planting them now perfect for late summer or early fall harvest. Sweet potatoes need a large, deep container, at least 15 to 20 gallons because of their extensive root and vine growth. They are incredibly nutritious, rich in beta-carotene, fiber, and vitamin C, and both the roots and the leafy greens are edible. Now let's talk about a few important things to keep in mind across all 15 of these container vegetables. Drainage is absolutely critical, so always make sure your containers have holes at the bottom because vegetables sitting in waterlogged soil will develop root rot very quickly. Sunlight matters a lot too. Most of these vegetables need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight daily, so choose your spot wisely, whether it's a balcony, patio, rooftop, or backyard corner. Watering consistency is another key factor. Container plants dry out much faster than in-ground plants because there is less soil to retain moisture, so during the hot August days, you may need to water once or even twice daily. Feeding your plants with a balanced fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks will also make a huge difference in how productive your harvest becomes, since container soil nutrients get depleted faster than garden soil. As for risks and precautions, be mindful of pests like aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies, which can spread quickly in container gardens due to the close proximity of plants, so regular inspection is important. Overcrowding is another common mistake. Cramming too many plants into one container competes for nutrients, water, and sunlight, ultimately reducing your harvest instead of increasing it. Also, using contaminated or old soil can introduce diseases, so always start with fresh, high-quality potting mix rather than reusing soil from previous seasons without amending it. If you're wondering how container gardening compares to traditional and ground gardening, containers offer better control over soil quality, pest management, and mobility, since you can move pots to chase sunlight or protect plants from extreme weather. However, in-ground gardens generally allow for larger root systems and don't require as frequent watering. For people with limited space, health restrictions, or renters who might move, containers are absolutely the better alternative, while those with expansive yards might prefer a mix of both methods for maximum yield. So there you have it, 15 incredible container vegetables you can plant right now for a huge, rewarding August harvest. Whether you're working with a tiny balcony or spacious patio, these vegetables prove that you don't need acres of land to grow your own fresh, healthy food. Start with just 2 or 3 from this list if you're a beginner, and as you gain confidence, expand your container garden season after season. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more gardening content, and drop a comment letting me know which vegetable from this list you're most excited to plant. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.